I'm shutting down a flea market booth today. So I've had a flea market booth since like 2013. I had a booth there several months, and I actually started working at the flea market and did that several years. And then I had a booth still for several years, stopped for a couple years, and then started back probably 3 years ago. And I just had like one little 4 foot by 2 foot booth. And I did fairly well. I started off, I went back to the flea market because in the years that I had booths before, I collected so much stuff. I'd buy stuff for the booth and be like, actually, no, I like this. I want it for me. So I just kind of held on to it. And then when I moved into my current house with my partner, you know, we're combining 2 households of stuff. And there's some stuff that I've just been like, this is cute. I like it. I don't need it. I'm not really attached to it. Well, actually, no, I got the booth a few years ago because the last move, I had boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff that I just never unpacked. And so I was like, this is stupid. I need money. And all this stuff is just sitting here. Why don't I, you know, sell it at the flea market? So I did. And then during this last move, I've went through and purged out even more stuff. I got a second booth beginning-ish of this year, I think. Sounds right. I don't think it was last year. I think it was like towards the beginning, spring of this year. And I've used that to fill up more stuff from this last move in with my partner. And I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff that I have, look, I moved a year ago, like exactly a year ago. It was like 2 days before Thanksgiving that I was hosting at my new house. It was stressful. And one of our guest bedrooms has been just piled up with my crap. And immediately after that, at Christmas, or after Christmas, sister-in-law and daughter came to visit and stayed with us, and just went in that room and like organized it the best I could, dumped a bunch of small boxes into larger boxes, and just kind of stacked stuff up and made it, you know, presentable and functional. And since then, I have done very little to clean out that room. But all that to say, I went off on a tangent somewhere. Yes. So earlier this year, I got a second flea market booth to kind of get rid of the bulk of the stuff that I'm just like have that I don't need. And so I've done that. Everything that's pretty much worth selling from that room has gone to the flea market. Most of it's gone. This second booth is another like 4 foot by 2 foot, 2.5 foot booth. And is in a great location in the flea market. It's an end cap booth, so I have basically 3 sides to it. And it's a wire grid, so I can hang stuff on the sides and the back and from the top. And there's adjustable shelves I can move around. But I'm really out of stuff. So the stuff that's in there now is not great. It's like some random glassware from the 90s with some ivy on it. Nobody wants that. Some things I'm surprised haven't sold. So just random knickknacks. So I'm going today to pack up that booth, distribute some of that to my other booth, bring a little bit of that stuff back home, and close that one down. Because there's really, I should have done this last month. But I went ahead and kept it just one more month. I should have canceled it last month, but I'll definitely do it for this month. So I thought there was like another half a week in November. So I'm like, okay, well, today's Saturday. I'll go by, you know, Wednesday afternoon and clear out that booth. And then I realized, well, the month's over. So Today is Saturday the 29th, I think. So this is the last day the store is open before December. So got to get it out today. But I am keeping my other booth. And it's also in a good location. It's not an end cap booth like that one. But that booth, the one that actually makes the most money for me, is where I sell stickers, pins, patches, books, DVDs. I've done a couple videos on this in the past. I know there's a sticker haul, me buying like 1,000 stickers and going through them, showing you different things. But all the good flea markety things are gone. So I'm going to, pack all that up. Probably throw some of that away. And then some stuff I'll just bring home. Maybe throw Craigslist or Marketplace or something. And then some things I'll try to work into the bottom shelf of my sticker booth until they sell or I do something else with them. So let's head over and start packing it up. So this is my main booth. It has stickers, pins, patches, all that kinds of stuff. And it makes the most money. And having one booth with just this type of stuff means it's more eye-catchy and it sells. People see it more and they're more likely to stop and buy stuff. Some of my bins of different stickers are running low. I need to go through what I have at home and see what I can restock with and place some more orders. Next to me is a guy who just sells action figures, and I think we both kind of help each other out because people stop at his booth and they look at my stickers and vice versa. Here is my booth I'm closing. I forgot to film it before, but here it is boxed up. So you see, pretty great location, but I'm just ran out of good stuff to sell. So now I'm just packing it up. While I do that, let's shop. Ton of new stuff in here today. This booth has a lot of coffee cups, all kinds of little trinkets, and everything. I like this rolling pin and little cutter, and these rolling pins too. This is the other booth that sells stickers, but hers aren't any good. I almost bought this teapot for $7, but I decided not to at the last second. I might go back though. I decided to stick the lamp table on top of my sticker shelf. And then I saw this for $75, and I have a friend who has a baking business from home. So I sent it to her and said, hey, you need to buy this. And she sent her husband up to get it. And then there's this side room that I go in too often. It's either completely the same or vastly different every time I go in. But it's a lot of booths in here. It looks like there's some new stuff. The shelves. Little housewares and kitchen stuff. Oh, some more rolling pins. I don't collect rolling pins or anything, but I always stop and look at them. I'm not sure why. I did buy a marble rolling pin from here a year or more ago that I use a lot at home. And it was like really, really cheap. And just more, random houseware stuff's in here. And then over here, there's a lot of different little knickknacks and stuff. Some green glassware, some little figurines. I like the glassware. And then I keep seeing this Princess Grace vase. I collect roll stuff and I almost get it every time, but it's $30. There's also this little framed plate of a poodle painted on it, and I kind of like it. Here's another booth that tries to do stickers, but they just have like a few baskets on a shelf in the corner and you don't really notice them. I keep sending Carlton pictures of these two, threatening to bring them home as like a birthday or Christmas present, and he never believes me, but one day I'm gonna do it. All right, well, thank you all for shopping with me, and I'll see you next time.